I think as an athlete who has to wake up at 5:30 in the morning and is working out 4 or 5 hours a day, I just have to use each bit of my time to its maximum, otherwise I can't get everything done in the day that needs to be done. The hardest part about being an athlete and also being a college student is kind of the sensation of I'm missing out on parties, or I'm missing out on even like holding my first job. But it always comes back to I'm making sacrifices for a reason, and I have these goals in mind, and partying is not gonna help me accomplish these goals. Some of the rewards that I find pretty exciting, since I'm kind of a little social butterfly and love being in the spotlight, is kind of the positive attention that I receive from other athletes and other swimmers, and even big time administrators in the athletic department. I love that they know my name based on my swimming accomplishments, or I love giving interviews. I think that's really exciting.
206, 207.
My favorite thing about being a Division I athlete would have to be the feeling of a family, training with girls and boys and kind of having brothers and sisters, and also father figures and all the coaches.
51.
Come on now! Keep it up!
This year we have really been talking about our goals a lot and talking about what it would take to win. And instead of it coming from the coaches that we have a chance to win, it's coming from girls on the team. And I think that means so much more. We're setting the standards, and we're making the rules on how we're gonna do this. I'm a firm believer in, if you wanna accomplish something, you gotta plan for it. You gotta think about it, you gotta dream about it, you gotta do everything you can to reach that goal. I think that's what it's gonna take to win a national title, is to get everyone on the same page. Even the freshmen who haven't experienced any of their college life and aren't quite sure what an NCAA championship would be like, what the meet will be like, even if they'll qualify for the meet in the first place. So right now, we're just trying to get everyone to look down the same path, and I think it's working great.
Right here. Come on.
You know, everybody ought to be pretty confident in the kind of fitness level you're in right now, so all we gotta do is just apply it to the pool. Stay hands in. Really good job today. Together we stick together. You ready? 1, 2, 6. All right, let's jog back.
All right, let's go.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Go! Okay, Ivan, it's getting better. We got some work to do, but it's getting a lot better. I just feel like we're on to something pretty good here. All right, we're going on the top. Just go 10 apart.
At the end of the year, our big meet is the NCAA championships. This is where you have all the best schools, all the best athletes that have made the time standards come together to compete. There's a competition for Division II, there's one for Division III.
Nice job. 8, 9, 10. We're in 5 seconds. Ready? Go. Go, Brandy. Come on, Brandy. We got it going. Let's keep it going.
I think Division I is very special in that it's the last place where kids are, or athletes really are, amateurs. It's a chance for kids to be involved in a team atmosphere where no contracts are involved, they don't have agents. We focus on being a team. We think about how exciting it is to represent a university, what that means, how many people are behind you. the opportunities that you have as a group as well as an individual. It's so exciting because you're part of several teams in a big department, and it's really, it's probably the highest level of excitement when it comes to our sport that I think is out there.
Could you imagine if you could get a guy down to doing 10 of these on 2 minutes, 100 swim, 150 kick? I mean, Adam Ritter ought to be able to do that. That's my goal. I'm going to get that guy going to do that.
Winning an NCAA title in any sport is the goal of the coach. It's the goal of the team. It's the goal of your program. It's probably the goal of the athletic department. It doesn't matter what sport it is. And for us, it's no different than March Madness or any other championship in any other sport. It is very, very difficult to win a national championship, to put a team together that's deep enough and talented enough to win a national championship. It requires a little bit of luck, but it certainly requires enough talent.
Good job, Brandon.
And we as a program, we always strive to be a better team, to be deeply talented if we can possibly be that, and so that's what we strive to be.
Come on, don't give up on the kick. Don't quit on the kick. Come on, Lindsay, don't quit on the kick now.
This is my 18th season at Arizona, and we have been runner-up twice on the women's side, once on the men's side. We've been in the top 3 or 4 more times than I can remember. We have never won a national championship. We know that what we've done isn't quite good enough yet. We're hoping that we feel like we're in a place right now where we're going to be closer than maybe we've ever been to a national championship.
Damn, that was good.
It's not the only thing that we strive for, but certainly as a group of coaches, it's what we would really like to bring to school and bring our program.
First real practice today. Don't sleep well tonight.
The thing I love most about swimming and anything, any sport, is the competition. Plain and simple. I love to compete. I was, growing up with a brother close in age, we always competed. It's something that was kind of ingrained in me at a really young age. It fills a void in me that I just can't explain. It's something that just, when I'm doing it, I love it. And that's gonna be hard to let go after I'm done doing this. But I actually do enjoy going to practice. It's when people say, how's swimming up and down the pool looking at the black line all day? And I don't think that could be any farther from the truth. The best swimmers focus every single stroke of every single lap. They think about their catch, their feel, their finish. They think about everything they can to improve their stroke, to make it more efficient. Frank preaches, people doing, there's mindless laps going on everywhere. I see some people with that mentality every once in a while. It's usually, those are the people that have kind of given up on the sport. Those are the people that went their best times when they were 12 and are wondering, why am I not getting faster? It's everybody on the Division I level has talent, swimming talent, natural talent. But it's the people that focus and don't just stare at the black line that really separate themselves from everybody else. And that's the main difference from the top to just another swimmer in Division I.
When we were getting ready to send Adam to college and the whole college thing, actually Jim was the one who wrote to all the universities, emailed them, and told them that we had a son who swam, but he was swimming at a time when his times were just pretty average his junior year. But when you tell him somebody's 6'7", 165 pounds, it kind of, you know, if nothing else, they're curious about what the kid looks like. He had a couple of offers. One was from Ohio State, which is 20 minutes away from our house, and it was not a bad offer. And so we told Adam, we think you should take it. It's a good school, and we begged him to take it. He didn't. The signing period came and gone, and he and Jim, literally, you were so upset about him not signing. They didn't talk for like 3 weeks. And because we figured something, you know, we figured it was a sure thing. It was close to home. We'd get to see him swim.
I didn't care so much about where he wanted to end up. It's whether he could get a good education at that college and how much was it going to cost me. So that was my concern when he picked a school.
One university says, you know, Adam, you can come here and make a major impact. With you, we'll win the Big Tens. Well, Adam wants to win NCAAs. He didn't want to win the Big Tens. He also said, Adam, you're going to be one of the best or the best swimmer on the team. Well, Adam wanted to go to where there were a lot of good swimmers on the team that he could learn from, that he could be better because of them. He didn't want to be the best. I remember the day he told me that he was going to Arizona. He was sitting in one chair. I was sitting kind of in a corner behind a desk, so I was hidden from him, so he couldn't see my reaction. And he knew I was crying in the corner. And he goes, you know, Mom, you know, he wasn't, but I was. And he goes, you know, Mom, it makes me feel terrible that you're crying like this, but this is, I love it there. I know this is a place I need to be. I said, but you know, it's 2,000 miles away. And he goes, you don't understand. I know this is where I want to go. So I said, you know, you have to call the other coaches and tell them that you made your decision. And you know we're not going to be able to come out and see you much. You understand that because we never missed any of the swim meets. And he said, yeah. And I said, we're not going to come visit much. And you're not going to be able to come home much. And you understand all this. I understand all this. From that moment on, taking Adam out to Arizona was, I remember, it was just like ripping my heart out. And
she called me from the rental car place, and she's crying, and I can hear her on the cell phone, and she's saying, I'm okay, it's just my son went to college.
From my freshman year, we were 4th in the country. My sophomore year, we were 3rd, and last year we were 2nd. And we have the chance to go ahead from 4th, 3rd, 2nd. We have a chance to win. But I can't lie, we lost some important players last season. I have a lot of confidence in the guys returning from last year's NCAAs that did play a big part with me. And even in the freshmen so far, from what I've seen in the first semester, I really think that they're buying into this program, that they're buying into the fact that, you know, we do want to go ahead and win. We should be aiming to win every year. You know, this shouldn't just be a special thing every time the stars align. I spend more of my time with the coaching staff than I do with any other teacher or even my parents now. And so when you're in that environment, that closeness of a relationship, they're working with you, they're holding you to a standard. Whereas teachers or, I mean, even my parents, you know, they always say no matter how I do, like, good job. But the coaches are always striving for something better. They always teach me to try to be a little more independent. They always say, be your own coach. Think what's best for me. And it was something I wasn't used to, being, you know, cut out on my own kind of, and trying to think for myself when it came to this sport. And so that alone has helped me just grow not only in my confidence, but in my own creative thinking when it comes to not only swimming, but school, what I want to do after college. It's been huge.
I've known since day one of getting into college swimming that recruiting was probably the most significant factor in a team's success.
We know it's kind of down to us and a couple schools, and we just know that we know Arizona is going to be a great place for you if you choose to come here.
I spend a lot of time just kind of filtering through emails and letters and people who I think would have a legitimate shot to make our team or earn scholarship. And then I spend a lot of time also just trying to contact coaches, and I spend a lot of time looking at lists, times, who are the top swimmers in the country, where do they go to school, or what club team are they on. I would just be sending them a lot of data and literature about our team, certainly our times, anything I've put together that kind of showcases what we've done over the last year, what we've accomplished over our history. Make them aware of our tradition. Make them aware of what we've done at major college meets, major international meets. Make them aware of how many Olympians, national champions have represented our program. Make them aware of the things that we're proud of. Most swimmers in the country are naturally going to be kind of interested in our program because we were second last year and we were third last year on the women's side, and we've been top 3 over the last 3 years. So naturally there's going to be a lot of interest. If we show some interest towards a kid, then their ears are going to perk up at least a little bit just to know that Arizona Swimming is after them. However, what we still have to deal with is the other top 5 schools usually. I mean, we might get them to come in on an official trip, but getting them to sign the national letter of intent can be a completely different story. So it's not so hard for us to narrow a school into the top 5. We're just battling USC and Auburn and Texas and Stanford and Cal, and they can say a lot of the same stuff about their program. They've had similar success, some programs even more success than we have, and have noteworthy coaching staffs and training regimens and have styles that work. So we're competing against those schools. For us, it's about not getting a person to take a look at us, but getting a person to sign their name and want to be a part for the next 4 years of their life.
You're our #1 guy, so we think you can help us a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Corey, you take care, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.
There are like two faces in recruiting, what the coaches do and what we do, and like we don't really see what they do behind the scenes, and they don't see what we do.
It's like one of those things where your recruiting trips are so much fun, like, because here you are, like this senior in high school, and you're just like in awe, like you're on this college campus, and everyone is like open arms to you. Obviously, they're trying to get you to come to their school. And so when you get here, you're like, yes, recruiting, like I'm so excited, like this is going to be awesome. And then you figure out like it's not really your favorite part either. Like it's fun to have recruits in, we get to do a lot of team stuff, but it's one of those things where you've got to sacrifice for the good of the team. Like I have a test tomorrow and a paper due. Like I can't go to the airport tonight. Like I can't do it, but I'm going to.
When you're on the other side, it's so different. Like when you are the recruit, you're like, yes, I'm wanted. Like this is so sweet. It's great. And like you just think that you're there on a fun weekend and doing whatever, and you have no idea the work that goes into it.
Yeah.
And then you go on the other side and you're like, I can't believe this.
The first week I feel is of recruiting, like the first recruiting weekend is so fun. Like we all are so energetic, so ready for it to start, and it's really fun. We all like have a blast, like hanging out with the recruits and everything. But by like that 4th and 5th week, the end of it, you're like, oh my gosh, when is it going to be over?
After you eat another Marriott breakfast.
You feel bad for the recruits because you're like, all right, let's go.
It's just so exhausting.
If you have time, you just spend time and tour McHale before JMU. That way you're right there. Okay.
I've enjoyed most about the whole recruiting thing is just being special. I mean, you get everything's paid for, everyone treats you really nice, and it's pretty cool.
Wow, look at all this space.
The least favorite thing about it is, you get 5 visits and you can only choose one. And that's really a letdown. It's really sad to do.
Bye, you guys. It was nice meeting you. Thank you so much. It's so important when you are choosing your college. Like, because it's like, here's my passion in life and here's all this talent I have and I want to give this to you, you know? So it's so important to find the right match, you know, because you've got to totally trust who you're working with, because it is. I mean, I don't even want to know how many hours I've spent at the pool, you know, and to give that to someone that you don't trust would just be heartbreaking.
First time we've ever found out about a recruit through an internet message.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Oh, Catherine, this is so awesome, and I can't wait to tell the team, and they'll be so excited. But more importantly, for right now, I'm glad you're with us, and I can't wait to work with you, because you're a special person. I believe that from the start, and I just I'm glad you're coming to Arizona, because I get the chance to help you be the best you can be. Great job.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Oh man.
Good stuff.
It's a big one.
That was awesome.
Woo. Okay. I'm out of here.
This is a great place to do that.
When I graduated from college, my goal in life was to continue my art, which is something I've done for my whole life. And I first got into coaching in 1980 as a way to support my art. Art and sport are, pretty polar activities, but they do have some connection. And my interest in sports is it's more about process. It's more about rhythm, dance, movement, really more the creative side of sport. What's kind of ended up happening in my life is I used the two to bounce off each other, and when I'm painting, a lot of times there's a free flow going on in my head, that swimming ideas and stroke ideas and ways of getting different people through the water just kind of come to me while I'm painting. I've been with Frank since '89, and I know in like the last 5 years things have been getting to a place where something special is happening.
9-5, great job, great job.
I can't put my finger on it. It's definitely a collaboration, and with the coaching staff, Frank directing it and realizing where the different strengths are and capitalizing on those. But what's happening right now is pretty special and unique.
Hey, Lindsey Kelly, that was a dynamite set. It's good.
I think what's creating this environment is we got a whole pool full of like-minded people, whereas 5, 6, 7 years ago, there'd be a few, but now it's the overwhelming majority. People are coming in with a certain expectation. They're really hungry for something. There's more people on board. There's more people. It's a smooth sailing boat. There's more people on board. There's not a lot of people hanging out, putting their hands in the water, trying to slow it down. There's nobody like that. Everybody's on board for a common goal, and that is what maximum success.
Sign your name. First grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade.
I think that the coaching staff here at the University of Arizona is all after the same thing, but we approach it in different ways and see it in different ways. I think we're all on the same page as far as what Frank Busch is trying to achieve, which is bringing the best out of everybody.
Ready? Hop!
go, Jack. Come on, Ivan. Coming from different places, coming from overseas, coming from different parts of the country, whether you're a guy or a girl, coming from different kinds of homes growing up. I think that we all want the team concept to come out, which Frank sets the tone for. But we all also want everyone to be themselves, because that actually comes back and makes the team stronger. I think that Rick approaches swimming from a very aesthetic point of view. He looks at each swimmer like a work of art, and he tries to make them the best they can be, and he treats each one individually as its own work of art. I think that Frank, as he's professed many times, comes at it from a German point of view and is very much, the German trains run on time. That's one thing, and Frank's always on time. You always know what you're going to get when you come to him. He's very consistent in the way that he goes about it. He cares for the kids greatly. I think he thinks of them all as his children. Augie's just brought an incredible amount of energy back to our staff and has been an incredible asset in recruiting, just what he brings on deck every day. And then I think that I'm not sure what I bring to the staff. I'd like to think I bring some stability, but Frank already brings enough of that for everybody. Stop and then flip. Does that make sense? So it almost ought to be like a shoulder roll over here, and as you pull with this hand, this ought to be pulling your feet and your hips to the wall. Tyler does it great.
So 45 degrees, press it with the chest, then rotate the hand position to 45 degrees in. As your hands are coming in, your elbows will eventually follow. Your breath is there with the chin forward, and then relax your head back. Shoulders up against your cheek. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of going out wide. Try to get your shoulders up against your cheek.
Okay, this one comes around, boom. This one comes around, boom. This one comes around, boom. You slam it down and you lock it into the water. You guys get it? Oh, make it look good then.
Coming to the university, belonging to something, like a swim team, I don't know, it's just, for me, it's like a new family. It's like belonging to something in the school. It's like not only I have to worry about school, but I get the chance to work and sacrifice for my team every day and do something for them. I'm sure probably about 6 or 7 hours a day with them, which really is just something amazing because it's a bunch of great guys and great girls in the team. And it's real fun. I'm having a blast.
49. 49.
Get the hands way back there. Good stuff.
I really try to live one day at a time. I don't try to think about anything too far away, so I don't lose perspective of what's coming the next day. But I mean, my main goal right now is Texas Invite, get my cuts, lower my times, and then of course NCAAs. And of course my Olympics are now in my head the whole time, but I gotta focus on what's first, the university.
Throw the ball up there, Nicholas. Throw it up there. Come on, get some tosses to yourself. Point your toes, Masa. Don't think about anything hurting you. Think about your line. Think about doing it just the way you want it to be done. And don't give in to anything. Think about your line and think about what you paid for to get that line and how hard you worked for it.
I was taught since I was a kid that hard work was the only way to success. And I value that. And I don't know, I think the main thing that's driving my swimming right now is, I think there are two reasons. One is just the joy I get from swimming, the fun I get to be with those guys every day in the pool and the coaches. And two, I developed such a, I don't know how to explain it, such a like feeling towards this program that I kind of got my own goal towards NCAAs, either this year or next year. I want to win a national champion ring, but like a team ring, not for me, but for the coaches. I think this is the best coaching staff in the nation without a national champion ring, without a doubt. And I'm not planning on leaving this program without it.
From today, we are 4 weeks from Texas. 4 weeks from you shaving your bodies and swimming fast, trying to make standards. In the fall, that's sort of where we are. We try and get a lot done in a short period of time. We're trying to get really fit. We're trying to get our strokes under control. We're trying to get stronger. It's a short period of time. But I know it works because I've seen it work for many, many years now. I want you to think about what you want and how you prepare yourself for that. If you think that you're going to swim really well at Texas because 3 days before you go there, you're going to get 9 hours of sleep each night, and you think that's going to recover your body, you couldn't be more mistaken. And if that's the attitude that you're going to take, or that's going to be the avenue you're going to take, you're going to come up short of what you want and what we need. And let me emphasize that, what we need. When we go to Texas, we need standards. We need relay cuts. We need people doing what they can do. And it takes your sacrifice and your discipline to pay attention to those needs so we meet those needs. So in the process of being part of this team, and everyone here made that choice. You've made the choice to make the right decision, pay attention to the right things, and put yourself in a frame of mind, both physically and mentally, to do your best. So for you, from this point forward, it should be all about that. So we're just going to start today with just raising our game a little bit, being better. Let's go swimming. With a snorkel on, with a snorkel on. And a 6-beat kick the whole way. A 6-beat kick, that's our emphasis. Great technique with a 6-beat kick.
Look at this girl go. This is just legs. Very impressive. Yeah, Anna. Kicking exactly like a dolphin would underwater. Swimming's changed quite a bit over the recent years because there's a big premium on underwater kicking now because it's been discovered where underwater kicking is actually faster than anything you can do on top of the water if you get to be really good at it, you hone your skills. People like Anna and Albert, they're faster underwater, just kicking with their arms up and streamlined than 99% of the world is swimming with arms, legs, what have you. So we try to hone in on what the rules allow us to do, and that's stay about 60 to 65% of every race underwater. Hey Albert, you have any more underwaters? So with our backstrokers, and he's a backstroker butterflyer, with our backstrokers, we'll have them stick around after practice every day, every morning, and do some underwater kicking with this big bucket of weight attached to him. So Albert, who's can swim faster than just about any other human just by kicking underwater, he does these with a big weight bucket attached to him just to make his feet more flexible, make him hold more water, make him stronger. He's got about 100 pounds tied to him right now. He's not even using his arms. It took him probably 12 or 13 seconds to go 25 yards. Pretty impressive. Or in Albert's language, impresionante. He's certainly got a shot to win NCAAs this year. He was runner-up in the 100 fly and 7th in the 100 back. Take your mark. Yep. A year stronger, a year wiser, a year tougher. We're looking for him to do some serious damage this year. All right, that looked great.
Well, we come to Texas with the idea that we want to qualify as many people to the NCAA championships as possible. At the beginning of the year, the first thing we do is meet with the team, and since the upperclassmen know it, but we still want to remind them of how we break our season into two parts. We break our season into the first semester, which is coming to the Texas Invitational, trying to qualify people there, and then our second semester is all focused on getting the kids really sharp for the NCAAs. The NCAA puts a limit of 18 athletes to take to the NCAA championships. Well, I think the most we've ever qualified for the meet was, and I think the women have had the most. I think we had 14 women one year, and the men's side, I don't know if we've ever had more than 11 or 12. I'm not so sure I could just throw out a number of how many athletes I think we're going to get qualified, but with the strength of our team right now, I think we'll have the biggest group we've ever had.
raised in a competitive family where sports was, from the time when I was little to now in every aspect of life, that's definitely kind of forms who you are and how you look at situations in the world. And I think I'm, an intense person, and so, kind of being raised competitive and then being an intense person kind of leads to being a very intense and competitive person. And I think it's, it's kind of a curse and a blessing, just because, yes, it's gotten me very far in swimming, but sometimes makes swimming a little bit harder than it should be.
29-9, team. Nice crap those last two in there. Joel, good job. 2 more, let's go. Ready? 7-4, Johnny.
Good job, Joel. Lacey.
Good job.
I just love racing, and I love racing whether it's in practice and whether it's just on a Saturday afternoon at a friend's house. I remember doing that when I was little, just not really being able to play at a pool party, but racing people.
Okay, ready, go.
Well, that's how you do it.
I obviously wanted Lacey to be a team sport person, just because that's what I grew up with, was being basketball and football and baseball, all team sports. And we tried really hard to put her. I mean, she played volleyball and she played basketball and soccer. Oh yeah. And we found that team sports just weren't good for her. She was just way too intense for the team sport thing. She expected everyone to work as hard as she was going to work at it, and she was she'd get mad at people if they didn't pull their weight on a team sport. So we learned pretty early that
at age 6.
Yeah, at age 6 we decided team sport's not a good thing for her.
Swimming really let me take control of, I was going to work the hardest, and I was going to do everything that I needed to do to make the race good. And that was almost a relief for me to be able to be in control and to have that independence and not have to rely on other people to make the play or the game or to get the certain outcome. I was in control of it. I could see my hard work pay off easier than if I was having to work with other people. Being put into the college scene, which is, you come from club, which is more of an individual, arena and an individual, truly individual sport of swimming, then going into college where it's, it's more of a team and it's not just about you and you're representing, not only, yourself and your name, but the name that's on your cap and the university that you swim for, the coach that you swim under, the team that you swim with. I definitely feel like we have a goal as a team, and our team goal, everyone has already said it, and it's kind of been said for ever since I have been here, to win NCs. I think this year that dream has just kind of even exploded even more with the incoming freshmen and the experienced sophomores that we have, and I think it's possible.
I am the non-competitive one in the family, and I have always felt it's a benefit for Lacey swimming because I truly don't understand why she does what she does. I remember when she was 12 at her first big meet and she had made it to finals, and I just wanted to go take her down from those blocks because that just was breaking my heart that she would have to put herself on the line like that and I don't know, possibly lose or whatever. Why did she have to do it? And I was feeling almost like a guilty parent. Like, why would I subject my child to this type of pressure? That's horrible. And my friend was sitting next to me and she looked at me and she said, "Are you crazy? She loves this." And it was probably the first time I had ever talked to Lacey after that race. And I was like, "Do you really love that?" And she's like, "Mom, you have no idea what it feels like to be on those blocks and to think you can do it."
I live in Austin, Texas, and I like Lacey because she's really inspiring like to watch her swim. I'm not gonna do it. And she's Mormon.
Turn your head.
I'm not gonna do it.
These cats make you so fast.
Representing Texas, Connie Brown. Lane 3, representing Stanford, Desiree Staley. Lane 4, representing Arizona, Lacey Niemeyer. Lane 5, representing Stanford, Elaine Breeden. Lane 6, representing Arizona, Whitney Meyer. Niemeyer in control, looks great. Lacey Niemeyer, a grade under the automatic standard. Wow, she made that look easy. Lane number 4, representing Arizona, Adam Ritter. And a big turn by Adam Ritter of Arizona. Look at the gear change by Adam Ritter. What a time! 1:34.30 by Adam Ritter. Lane 4, representing Arizona, Albert Subrat. 100-yard back from St. Lamar. Your top time posted by Albert Subrat of Arizona coming out of the prelims, 46.61. Fastest time in the country this year. And through the first 50, it may be over. Albert Subrat jumps out to a huge lead, 21.88 for Albert. All right, Wildcat fans, let him hear ya. Subrat's now digging in. It's going to be a good time, 45.91 for Albert Subrat. easily the fastest time in the country this year.
Let's go alphabetical.
Okay, yeah. And on you? Sure. Okay. I guess I'll go first. Mine really hasn't changed that much, but by the NCs, I want to be able to go up behind the blocks and be totally fearless. And I want to go into every race having confidence in what I've done and what the team has done, and just relax and let it go and not be scared of the consequences or anything. That's what I want.
My biggest goal for the rest of the season is just to really work on my mental toughness, because sometimes I second guess myself and really don't believe in, sometimes before races I don't believe in myself 100%, and a lot of what ifs run through my mind, and I really want to work on that. And a couple days ago I had a talk with Augie, and he said that I really need to believe in the potential I have, and he said the sky is the limit, and no coach has really told me that before. So I'm just gonna keep that in my mind and just really focus on knowing that every single one of us put in the effort all throughout the season, and just to go up, and when I go behind the blocks, just to keep that in mind, and like what Lacey said, to be fearless behind the blocks.
For me, going into Texas, I had a pretty hard time just because I had never experienced a taper like that before. And so I had a lot of nerves surrounding the way I was feeling in the water and the way practices would switch from one day being really good to the next not being so good. And so this time around, I really want to focus on putting all of what I think aside and just giving all of my trust into what's happening in the moment and going into NCs without any fears.
So cold.
Today is Senior Day, and so we like to honor our seniors who have been with us for 4 years. Now, you don't realize how difficult it is to be a swimmer for 4 years at the University of Arizona. They work real hard every morning. Sometimes it's 35 degrees and there's steam floating off the water and they're still out there swimming. And then they get the highs of going to the NCAAs and the Pac-10s and doing dramatic things and winning for you, the University of Arizona Wildcat fans.
far.
I don't know what it means to be part of a team to you, but to me, it certainly is a source of pride. And it's something that you guys have given a whole lot of time these last 5.5 months working toward. And all I know is that if you're a tight unit going into this next month, you're going to be really hard to be beat. And some people are going to do some things that you didn't know that your teammate was capable of doing. So just think about what it means to be part of a team and what you can do to make the team even better. And let's see what we can do over this next month. Just a little sacrifice goes a long way. It's going to make you swim faster. 1, 2, 3, swim!
Okay, here's what we're doing. So get where you can hear. This is it. We're ready to go. We're going to go through this 6 rounds. 6 rounds. We're going to go 4 100s and a 400 IM, 6 rounds. Okay? By round, we're going to go fly on the first round, 2 rounds of back, 2 rounds of breast, and 1 round of free. The first round of flies, we're going to be on 120 on the first 3 100s. The 4th 100 of each set is always freestyle, and it's always on 130. The fly round will be on 120 per 100. The back rounds will be on 120 per 100. The breaststroke rounds will be on 125 per 100. And the freestyle round will be on 115 per 100. Okay? I want you to negative split those 100 stroke. Okay, just like a 100 stroke and a 400 IM. They don't have to be all out. They don't have to be best average, but they do need to be hold and negative split. Everybody understand? We'll go on the top.
It was pretty tough in the beginning because my dad, he didn't want me to swim. He said that would kind of like waste our time, and especially because the club was like really far from my house, and my dad was like, I cannot take you there every day, and you're not gonna like it, just keep playing soccer, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of like, no, I want to swim, I want to swim, I want to swim, I like that, I like that. And my dad said, okay, like if you want to do that, like we're gonna do that, but it's gonna take a lot of effort for you. So I mean, I had to take like 2 buses like to get to the club, so like 1.5 hours inside a bus every day. And like for a 12 years old kid, like it's kind of like weird in Brazil, you know, like it was kind of tough, but it was basically like how I started. I finished high school in Brazil, and like I said, there's no way you can do both at the same time, college and swimming. So I had to make a choice, like what I would be doing, if I would go to college or if I would like swim. And at this time, I knew a bunch of people that they came here to do this, what's it, like American dream, to do like both at the same time. But I mean, nobody thought that I would be able to do it because like it wasn't me, you know, like I never thought about it. My English was probably like the worst one ever, so people just like, no, there's no way you can make it. Like I got in Florida kind of like unprepared because this friend of mine that he told me that he would be there like waiting for me in his house and stuff, he wasn't there anymore. So he left to Brazil, and I remember just like getting at the airport in Miami, just like calling him, hey, I'm here at Miami, like, can you pick me up? I said, man, sorry, I left, I'm in Brazil right now. So like everything started right there. I mean, no English, no communication at all at the airport, like at this huge airport in Miami, just like trying to find a way, like where I'm gonna stay, like what I'm gonna do. Like I have no phone, like anything. So I started like to like just study English like as hard as I could. Like I couldn't afford like a teacher or a school or something, because like all my money my dad was spending like with like my food, like the house and everything, like the club that I had to pay. So I had to do everything by myself. I just like remember like buying this huge like SAT books and just like going through everything. Like I was like reading papers, like watching TV, listening to music like 24/7. You're just like and I was enjoying it, you know, like every time I was like, oh man, now I can like ask someone in English for that. That never like I never thought I would be able to do it, you know, like I was like, I remember like my first memory that was really fun, that I love that show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I always used to watch in Brazil, and there's this song at the beginning, and I never could figure out like what he was singing, and I remember just like singing like by myself, just like throwing like words away, and after like a month in US, like I was like watching the show, and I was like kind of like catching up what he was saying. I just remember like just like standing up in the couch, like yes, finally, like, I can understand what's going on in here.
The whole recruiting process with Nilo was certainly a unique one. We were contacted by a club coach in Florida who told us about this 6'5" Brazilian who was moving to the States to train with him. His name was Nicholas Nilo, and as the story goes, Nicholas got off the plane in Florida, had arrangements to meet one of his Brazilian friends who had kind of recruited him to come train with him at this club in Florida. And Nilo gets off the plane, and it turns out this friend flakes on him. So here's Nicholas, who didn't speak a lick of English, no cell phone, in this huge airport, and didn't really know what to do, where to turn. To make a long story short, he gets his feet wet in this program, starts learning a lot of English on his own accord, buying DVDs, watching television, reading books, doing whatever he can to just pick up the language. And in the meanwhile, he's just getting by. He's actually talking to us and other colleges on the phone. He's just trying to figure it out step by step. It just kind of shows the resilience and the toughness he has to, first of all, do such a venture as come to an English-speaking country and train. And it tells you a lot about his desire to be a college athlete also.
If he turns, where's everybody?
The hardest obstacle that Nickel overcame was when he went to Florida and was training with the team there. His mom passed away suddenly, and he flew back to Brazil, and he still decided that he wanted to go through with coming to the University of Arizona. So I can't imagine what he did, what he went through, still deciding that it was the right thing for him to do. He told me later that he felt like it was what his mom really would have wanted him to do.
We knew Nicholas was a diamond in the rough swimmer. We knew he had a lot of talent. We knew he was very unseasoned. He had more of a soccer background than a swimming background. So that was appealing to us. His inexperience was very appealing to us. The fact that he was 6'5" didn't hurt either. What we didn't know is what a coachable athlete Nicholas is, what character he has, his affable personality, his smile that lights up the room.
He looks at life in a very positive way, and for someone that's his age, that's not the norm. So he really is, he's a pleasure to be around and a pleasure to coach.
Some of the guys in the team, they keep asking me like why I'm like always like so like happy, so like smiling every time. Like my roommates, they get kind of mad with me sometimes because I'm like always like singing in the house, just like even before like morning workouts at like 5 in the morning, I put like some Brazilian songs on and just like singing and dancing and stuff like that. I don't think the thing is, I don't think we should like waste time being sad, you know? I don't think we should waste time with like negative stuff. This is one of the things that I keep telling some of the kids in the team, that like the opportunity that I had, I'm so thankful. You have no idea. Sometimes like I think with myself, like, oh my God, how did I do that? You know, like how did I get to this point? You know, like it's, we all have powers that we have no idea that we have, you know, and so we just gotta work on it.
Okay, Nicholas, we just gotta dig down deep for 2 more, all right, buddy? We gotta dig down for 2 more, okay?
Hey, do a 12-2. Go get that tip down. 000815.
If he wants to win 2 events on the second day, he's gotta up his game. All right, good job, Caitlin. Let's see what you got on this last one. Attack your walls a little bit better. Don't stop kicking as you go onto your stomach, okay?
You got it, Joe. Let's go. All right.
8-5. $59-1. Wow, this whole set's going well, dude.
One more now, Wildcats.
That Nilo. It's getting better.
Remember, arm swing, direct correlation to what kind of velocity you're going to generate.
Hey, pick a spot out there. Get out there pretty far.
Too hard, Taylor.
I mean, you're able to keep your hand on the wall while you tuck under. Do it one more time. Let me see what position your hand is in.
around the house. Go, go!
I've never seen anything like Bart's swim. I mean, I've seen things like Simon's 200 last year. I've seen, you know, what Albert did at Texas. But that swim was more than just, you know, his first A cut. I mean, the heart and guts that swim took were something I've never seen before. And come from him, that's just awesome. It's inspirational to see that from him. I mean, it's still just blowing my mind right now. And, you know, it's hard for someone not in the sport to maybe appreciate what he just did there. But in all my years of swimming, that's one of the greatest, if not the greatest swim I've ever seen.
I was like, oh my God. So emotional. Oh, man. It's nice finally to be able to repay Frank.
Move after each click? Yeah. Like do something a little different?
Is this published in Utah?
Only in Provo.
One point during the year, right before racing time, your body starts to come alive again and your muscles start to twitch faster and you just feel stronger and you're more rested. So you can dive in the water and have that feeling come instantly and come easily.
NCAAs is such a tough meet to make because not only are you competing with American swimmers, you have so many international swimmers that are eligible to swim the NCAA. Basically, anyone that's under 24 years old, and they're a good swimmer comes over and competes for a university in the US. So you basically have to be top 25, 24 in the world to compete at this meet. And that's what makes it one of the fastest meets in the world.
You just have to be able to clear your mind
and trust in yourself, in your body, and in your coaches.
Whit and I are passionate and we're intense, and we want this team to be unified. We want to see it succeed, and bottom line, we want to win a national championship.
I think that as a whole, our whole team doesn't expect to win, but I definitely think that our team as a whole is expecting to fight for a national championship.
Even people who have been to the Olympics have said, you know, like, NCAA is just such a special meet, you know, like, it's like in another league of its own.
Basically, these trophies represent a top 4 finish at NCAA National Championship meet. There's a cliche amongst people in the swimming community out there and the collegiate swimming community that if you finish in the top 4, you're, quote, in the wood. So that's kind of an annual goal of ours, to get one of these pieces of wood. And we're hoping for that same thing this year.
When it comes to like the big meet of the season, and you know you've put in the work and you've put in the time and you're peaked and you're physically like you're there, like there's no possible way you can mess it up because your body is just ready.
I'm from Canada, so like growing up, I'd always hear about this magical event called the NCAA. It was the fastest, the most fun meet in the world, where all this kind of magic happened down in the United States.
A lot of the time, this fulfillment that you get is not for yourself, it's for your teammates, it's for other people that have put a lot of effort into your swimming, like your coach or your parents or stuff like that. So it's a huge fulfillment if you train your hardest and you swim your best race that you ever have, and you swim the greatest race in the history of your body or anything like that. And it's just an amazing feeling.
Please congratulate your national champions in the 200-yard freestyle relay, the Wildcats of Arizona.
American record to start the meet off.
Nice job.
one more to go. Unfinished business at this point. Talking all year about that.
What we're talking about.
You guys want to win. You want to be the best. Winning and being the best go hand in hand. So when it comes to practice, when it comes to running, when it comes to the weight room, when it comes to sleeping, when it comes to eating, when it comes to your social life, when it comes to school, when it comes to holding yourself accountable, you do it. And do it to the best of your ability. Because that's how you get there. You don't get there by taking any shortcuts. There are no shortcuts to being a champion. None. But if we ever want to win, and you want to be the very best you can be, then every chance a challenge presents itself, give it your best shot. You're not going to win every time. That's not realistic. But you know something? You keep working at it, it can happen. If you don't win it the first time, come back again. You don't win it, come back again. You just don't know. You just don't know.
I want to win a national champion ring, but like a team ring, not for me, but for the coaches. I think this is the best coaching staff in the nation without a national champion ring, without a doubt. And I'm not planning on leaving this program without it.
I'm a firm believer in if you want to accomplish something, you got to plan for it. You got to think about it. You got to dream about it. You got to do everything you can to reach that goal.
Right now, swimming satisfies my need for competition, and that's the reason why I'm enjoying the sport so much. Is just because that's who I am and that's what's in my blood.
I think when we look back on it, we're going to appreciate that, you know what, for 4 years I dedicated myself to something and sacrificed everything for it.
sometimes, like I think with myself, like, oh my God, how did I do that? You know, like how did I get to this point? You know, like it's, we all have powers that we have no idea that we have, you know, and so we just gotta work on it.